People are excited about AI. The fact of the matter is that most people are using AI for not what it's capable of doing. Okay. Most people use AI as a search engine replacement. AI has transcended that level of functionality by leaps and bounds since it was really popularized for us. Now we have something absolutely glorious called Agentic. Agentic is agent technology. Okay. So if you ask a lot of folks, what are you using your AI for? Typically, what they'll say is, I use it for copywriting. I use it for strategy. I use it for advice. I use it for web searches. I use it to find certain things and to do research on things that I don't want to spend time searching on the web for, right? And that makes sense to me. And we should all use AI for all of those things. It makes sense. In fact, Google has completely and totally leaned into this. And now if you go to Google, it's AI. It's not those blogs that we used to read. It's a lot of the times it's not the YouTube videos that we used to watch. It's now just an AI response, all integrated through their Gemini technology. Okay. The problem with this idea is the fact that people think that that's what AI is capable of doing. AI is capable of doing so many more things. And in fact, it's very easy to leverage this type of technology so that we can incorporate this AI tech into our technology and our workflow. Okay. So the thing that I want to talk about today is this idea of routines. So when we think about routines, we think about two types of routines. The first thing that we think about is this idea of a recurring routine. And the second thing that we think about is a one-time routine. So a recurring routine is something that's going to go over and over and over again every single day. It's going to be a loop. And a one-time thing is just simply a check, right? So the great thing about a routine is that you can say, hey, Dubb agent, every day at 8 a.m., I want you to do a couple of things. I want you to do lead gen, I want you to schedule, and I want you to email. Okay, those are the three things that I want you to do at 8 a.m. Okay, one time we say, I want you to go and generate prospects. Okay, so that's a one time thing. Okay, now I want to focus on two of these things. The one time is very easy to do. Okay, the benefit of this is that you can really schedule this. You can say, I want you to schedule this, I want you to go and do this one thing. I'm going to give you all the information that's relevant for this task and go and get it done. We've seen so many amazing success stories with this. Okay. So to go and schedule a one time routine, there's a lot of different things that you can do. You can say, I want you to create a one time routine to go in and scan all my YouTube videos, get all the transcripts, and write blogs from those. Or I want you to go and generate a list of leads on my ideal client profile and to populate my spreadsheet or to populate my CRM so that I ultimately can have targeted prospects to whom I can pitch. Okay. It works really well. If you want to access routines right now, if you want to create a routine for your business, I encourage you to visit your Dubb agent account, which is AI. And then click on the link in the left navigation. And that is what that's what's going to allow you to go ahead and pull those up. So let me share my screen. If you notice right here on the left side, you have routines. There are two tabs. The first routine that I'm talking about is this idea of a one-time routine. You schedule it, it occurs in the future, and it's glorious. It works really well. Sort of like a scheduled task, okay? Now, the next type of routine that I want to get into is the idea of a recurring routine, okay? Recurring routines is where the money is at, and I'd like to tell you why. Earlier in this call, one of the things that someone said is, I don't know if I want to invest into Agentic. I don't know if I want to spend all this money on AI credits. I say, my philosophy on this is very simple. My philosophy is, imagine if you hired an assistant today. The first question you would ask is, how much are you going to pay this person? Is it $2,000 a month? Is it three? Is it four? Is it $5,000 a month? How much are you going to pay this person that's sitting right next to you to go and do your jobs? Okay. The second thing you might ask yourself is, what is it that this person is going to do? Are they going to generate leads, generate proposals, email those proposals, update the calendar, send a calendar link, get the bookings, update the CRM, and just go into this routine every single day to ultimately drive more revenue? This is a really important question to ask yourself. How much are you going to pay them, and what are they going to do? Okay. Let me go ahead and share my iPad screen here. So the thing that we mentioned is this idea of a recurring routine, okay? I want you to picture this. So here's my goal. My goal is to make money in my sleep. Okay. What I want to do is I want to wake up to leads. One of my good friends, Jeffrey Gitomer, the king of sales, he wrote the Little Red Book of Selling and the Sales Bible, best-selling book. He sold over 1 million copies. He has a great quote, and I'd like to share that quote with you. He says, people don't want leads, they want a sale. People don't want leads, they want a sale. Think about that for a second. It doesn't excite us to wake up in the morning and just see a bunch of leads in a spreadsheet or in a CRM. What does that mean? It just means we have work to do. Leads means work. Sales, on the other hand, is a product of everything that we've done within our funnel to activate something that ultimately gets to our desired outcome, a sale. Okay, that is the celebration. That is when the deal is aligned, it's been master crafted, and it's been closed. We don't want leads, we want sales. Now, of course, we know we have to generate leads in order to get a sale. But the thing that I want to present is this idea of having your agent, your Dubb agent, do this for you. Okay, let's go back to the iPad. So, what I want you to think about is every day at 5 a.m., here's what I want my Dubb agent to do. The first thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to research companies. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to research companies. Okay. The second thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to generate qualified leads. Okay? I wanted to generate qualified leads. The third thing I wanted to do is to update a spreadsheet or my CRM. Okay. The fourth thing I wanted to do is to validate the phone numbers and the emails. Okay. And then number 5 over here, I wanted to email them, email leads with my calendar. Okay. This is what I want my routine to be every single day at 5 a.m. I want to wake up when I get to my desk at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., whatever it is. I want to come to my desk and I want to have a calendar that's filled with appointments. That's what I want. That's what my goal is. I want every day to be filled up. The great thing about building a routine is that this is exactly what you can do. This requires a certain mindset update. Okay. The thing that I recommend that you do is to draw your business. The reason why I've chosen to draw this and to make this visual is because I want to encourage you all to start to draw your business. What does your funnel look like? Where do leads come in? How do they get nurtured? How do you provide high value content, engagement, meetings, touch points to be able to build value, build trust with them? And then ultimately, how do you master craft your deal and close that to make a sale? How do you do that? What are the steps involved with that? Because what I want to present you with is this idea of using your agent to orchestrate every single one of those steps. Your lead gen, your nurturing, your research, your outbound emails, your outbound SMS, your calendar bookings, your follow-ups, your CRM updates, and everything under the sun. Because that, my friend, is what AI can do. It can be your agent. In fact, it can be your team of agents. And that is what I want to leave you with all. Please go to ai.dubb.com, click on routines on the left side, create your recurring routines and create your one-time routines and get into this. You can update these too. You can iterate these. You can start to improve them and make them better with time. You can start to really craft them. So ultimately, they have what you want, which is a perfectly automated funnel so that you can wake up and say, I've got a calendar full of appointments and I'm ready to go.